vulture. Holy Ghost, get the ushers. No, I can't touch you. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was cluttered. Boom, sorta. Falling out through the rubber. Remember this shit jungle. The top, I was young and something. In the middle, gotta stay hunting. Why the rush up for nothing? Why the rush up for nothing?
Can I kick it? Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah, spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. How did you let it go miss? Her she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a...
With a December snow blanketing much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Chicago Bears. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Trubisky will throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And this will be a Bears' first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Nice gain there by the 2nd-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year. But what the Bears need from him, improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s, look out. He can control the game with his running.
Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Now a run with Montgomery, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. He's going to air one out, and that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And he will not make it. They stop him short of the 1st down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And the Bears 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Going up top for Miller. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
A gain of 4. It's now
from the gun, Minshew to throw. The pass complete to Hakeem Butler. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
That's good for a
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. Throw left side complete. It's Logan. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Complete to T.J. Logan. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
This is Logan.
At the 36.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
He was brought down by
a lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Yeah, let's get set lunch.
On 3rd down, Logan. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
44-yard line.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Hey, check Mike 21.
Minshew sets to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. This is Butler making the catch. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run on first down. It's Logan. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now Minshew. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Akeem Hicks. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. We're scoreless after 1. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On the carry, it's Logan. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Ball carrier brought down at the 35-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Montgomery, the ball carrier.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles around the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. On 3rd down, Logan. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run with Logan. And some room to maneuver. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. On 1st down, it's Logan. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Let's just make this one quick and easy, partner. Not much gets past Kyle Fuller. He can cover downfield, but he also plays really well against the run. Chicago's leader in solo tackles last season gets another one there, that time for no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down. Minshew. He's got it complete to Thompson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw it. Minshew. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Akeem Hicks in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. And Lambeau will put this one through, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's good for 28 yards. Allen Robinson now with the Bears, but he spent the first 4 of his NFL seasons in a Jaguar uniform. And you might remember he had the breakout year in 2016 where he had 80 catches for 1,400 yards and a league-leading 14 touchdown receptions. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Jaguars' 36-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky. That's complete to Mooney. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 16. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, D.J. Hayden.
Trubisky's pass intercepted. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 36 yards on the play. They'll run on first down. It's Patterson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, check back 21, back 21, check back 21.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Tashawn Gibson brought him down.
On 2nd down now. It's Logan, and he's going to get this inside the 30.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They'll run it here with Logan. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 2nd down, it's Logan. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They run with Patterson. And this will be a Bears 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and handling a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. This is a quick pass from Trubisky. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Complete to Darnell Mooney. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Trubisky gonna let one. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Montgomery back to the ground. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They go play action with Trubisky. It's caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A Chicago first down to former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
They all understand that even after that loss on first down, they've got a field goal attempt in their back pocket. But here on second and goal, this is the time you take your shot at the end zone, I believe. Go ahead and go for the big shot right now, knowing you can always come back and kick a field goal.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Well, it was second and goal. You're in there close. That's the fullback's comfort zone.
Not only is it his comfort zone, it's an expectation. That's what he's supposed to do. Turn and hand it to him. Big guys fire out. Find your way into the end zone.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
For a final return. The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. On first down, Logan. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They run again with Logan. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 12 yards there and a first down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. Here's Minshew. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Logan. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is a nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3.
17. Bears 14. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky, and he finds Montgomery complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know This is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
56, Mike, 56.
Play action. Now Trubisky. And he finds his tight end, Graham. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It's a gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
On the tackle.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Chicago.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Patterson, and he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
He's taken down.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down now, it's Montgomery, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Montgomery. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 30-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even, yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that.
23-yard line.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
Hey, switch gears. Check.
Roll out.
And they give this time to the tailback. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Logan, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This will be fielded at the 17. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage in the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yard pickup. First down, Chicago.
Montgomery on the counter. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. First throw in overtime now for Trubisky. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. K'Lavon Chaisson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Probably thinking they got to be careful not to force anything here in overtime. This is 3rd and a mile right now. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Florida, C.J. Henderson. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
On first down, Logan. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
This is fielded at the 27. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bears take over.
10-10 at their own 36-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Now Trubisky to throw. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And he's into the end end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
In overtime.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Bears, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, it's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hell on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Come like a bat of the hand. Revving in my energy, paralyzed. I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a parent a message. You the best. If it ain't me, then you need you a confession. You a mess. You ain't scary to me. I heard you was the leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you like cheetah, run up there and I'm airing the scene. I feel just like Vegeta Prince and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's sauce, so I can that's a lot on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Man, I'm walking with some money, man. I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all this loose think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hell on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break it, but me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB. I put the pain in the past. And if